Hi, my name is Clint, and today we are making chorizo biscuits and gravy. We are starting with 3 cups of flour. We're mixing the dry ingredients together, which is 2 tablespoons of baking powder, and then a half a teaspoon of baking soda, a pinch of kosher salt. Mix that together, and then you want the butter to be as cold as possible because the colder that it is, the more they will rise whenever you bake them. Then we'll take the butter and we will add it into the flour bowl. I just like to get my fingers in here and squish it together. I am going to mix 3/4 of a cup of sour cream and then about a cup of buttermilk for now, and we'll see if that'll get us through. We're gonna mix that together. This will kind of give us a nice tangy biscuit. And then we're gonna take this and we're gonna pour it into the flour bowl. And you'll see it's kind of creating these clumps. So yeah, I think that should be a good starting point. So then we'll take the dough, put it on the cutting board, and you kind of want to form a circle with the dough. That's probably a good thickness right there. We are ready to cut out the biscuits. You can take a wine glass and then you can cut out your biscuits using the wine glass. I'm going to put the oven to 425, put the biscuits in for about 20 minutes, and now we're moving on to gravy. We're just going to do some minced garlic. About a half of a yellow onion. I just cut them into slices like this. And then since it is hatch green chili season in Colorado, we're gonna add some hatch green chilies as well. I have like 4 gallons of them right now, so I gotta use them. So I'm gonna start with the chorizo. While that's warming up, we're gonna throw our red bell pepper just directly over the fire. You'll see we have some nice color on the bell peppers. We'll take these off, cut those up a little bit. So I'm gonna start adding the onions, the garlic, hatch green chilies, and let that cook for a minute. Add the roasted red peppers. Kind of let this cook until the onions get somewhat translucent. Also going to add just a little bit of salt in there, as well as my new favorite spice, urfa biber. I haven't really figured out the name quite yet. It's a very, very mild chili, but it gives it a really nice chili umami taste. And you'll see we've got some good grease forming there. It looks like the onions are looking pretty good. So now that we have this grease formed, we're going to sift some flour in here just to help it from clumping. And what we want is for this flour to grab onto that grease. And I have about 3/4 of a cup here. You want it to have this type of consistency though, where there really is no grease left. It kind of looks a little mushy like this. And then the most important thing is turn down the heat very low because you do not want the milk to scorch. So now we're going to slowly add milk. I have about 2 cups here, but this is a good thing to just eyeball. Pour the milk in, slowly turn it into the chorizo mix. And you can see it's starting to find that consistency. And if you like the color of the chorizo, you can add a little paprika in to make it more red. Another key component is black pepper. Be pretty liberal with this. And voila, we have our gravy. Now it is time to plate. I'm gonna add a little gravy, and then I'm gonna add a little cilantro, a little green onion, a little more urfa biber, and some paprika. Voila! Chorizo's good, nice fluffy biscuit, and I see some of the dark specks in it that still give me that nostalgia of the ashtray. It's excellent.